What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the RTG career mode. This is episode number 25. We're starting today's episode off on the back of our loss to Atletico Madrid in the Copa del Rey final. Absolutely gutting defeat there in a game where I actually thought I played really well, but in the end didn't take my chances and was there for punish. So coming up short in the cup final, to Atletico Madrid, but 5 games to go in La Liga. Had to put that straight behind us heading into the final 5, because right now in La Liga we are still chasing a European place and it is still so tight. Now we're 7 points behind Sevilla in 5th place. The chance of catching them is very slim indeed, but 6th is still up for grabs. Having said that, if we're going to do it with Real Betis and Espanyol right next to us as well, we need to win our remaining games. So, yep, first game of today's episode, back from the cup final loss. How would we respond? Well, back home at the Estadio La Rosaleda against Girona, certainly very to this game. But you know those games where you just feel stuck in the mud? You know, your players feel stuck in the mud. You can't do quick counters like you normally can. You can't seem to string passes together. They're either under hit or over hit. This was one of those games, unfortunately. I just did not play well in this game whatsoever. And whilst I did have a couple of chances, a couple of great saves kept it at 0-0. Girona then took the lead, and then with a minute to go, my final chance fell here. Lorenzo Niga going through, and either side of Jordi Masip, and I probably find a leveller. In the end, I put it straight at him. That kind of summed the game up for me. Final score in the south of Spain: Malaga 0, Girona 1. Christian Stuani with the only goal of the game. And a big loss to Girona. And that means as we drop to 7th in the table, chance of making 5th now is gone, and we drop 2 points behind Espanyol in 6th place as well. I mean, it's so tight right now, and so with 4 games to go, definitely still doable. Not going to throw in a towel whatsoever, but that's a massive loss there, and you can't lose those sort of games if you do want to qualify for a European spot. So following that, our final 3 scouting updates from Spain, Algeria, and also Egypt as well. I decided to put no one in my academy because it would have meant I have to release players. We've now got a full academy, and it's just absolutely stacked. And I know I said this before, but this is why, like, when people ask me for like tips on youth scouting, and they say, oh Docs, where should I scout? What sort of players should I look for, etc, etc. I always say this: it's about the quality of scout, less where you're scouting. You know, you'll be able to find quality players here, there, and literally everywhere. It's all about the quality of the scout you have. So don't worry too much about where you want to scout. My recommendation: scout wherever you want. Like, literally scout wherever you want, but make sure you got yourself a 5-star scout. In 2 seasons, we've already got several players that have been given pro deals. A couple of them are featuring regularly in our first team this year, in Tony Flores and Ahmed in our first 11. And we've got a fully stacked academy as well, where if we're going to put anyone else in there, we need to release players. So yeah, our youth scouting has just been phenomenal since the save began. But it's why, and I say this a lot, like, literally wherever you want to scout, man. And I know there are guides out there, and I definitely don't disprove the validity of those guides. They can be very helpful, but to me, just get the best scout and scout wherever you want. You will find those quality players. Believe me, it's not that difficult. So heading into the second game of this episode, travelling away from home to Sevilla for this one on the back of the loss to Girona. Well, needed to get back on the score sheet and needed to get back to winning ways. Right from kickoff, perfect start. Tony Flores gets his 9th goal of the season in 33 to make it 1-0. Lovely build-up right from kickoff as well. And then 10 minutes later, a chance to go 2 goals up, and I should have done so as well. Oh my God. I had so much time for a damage error. You know when the adrenaline gets the better of you there? Like, seriously, I had so much time to just chest that ball down and comfortably slot it home. And in the end, went for an acrobatic, audacious kick and put it way off target. The reaction said it all. Adam was like, why did you press the circle button so quickly, Doxy boy? Stupid decision, and I paid for it. Sevilla found their leveller right before the break, and it was 1-1. But in the second half, tied at 1-1. Wouldn't be a bad result away against Sevilla, but I felt we needed to win this game here. I returned to winning ways, and in the second half here, oh, this is brilliant from Lagos Jr. I love this hustle. Wins the ball back, not once, but twice, and then rolls it through to a down at Traore. Spurned a golden chance from in the first half. Wasn't gonna miss twice. Great hustle from Lagos Jr. off the bench, but it was Traore who got the goal to make it 2-1. So Malaga get back in front, lead restored here. No surprise, it is my top scorer and the speeds to Traore, and on the hour mark here, still leading by a goal. To be fair, I was playing pretty decent football in this game, knocking the ball around really nicely. I often say it, like, team goals can be quite hard to score in FIFA CM, against the AI at the very least, but I was playing some nice football. I felt another goal was on the cards, and it was in really nice style. Yep, 4 minutes after the hour mark, Fran Villalba makes it 3-1. And what a lovely team goal that was, man. Working it from left to right, then right to left, and Fran Villalba with the skill shot turns it into the bottom corner and makes it 3-1. And the fact that that's not the best skill shot you'll see in today's episode kind of says it all. Yep, lovely team goal there. It is 3-1. Malaga have the 2-goal cushion there with 8 minutes to go. Roberto comes off the bench, gets his third of the season, and makes it 4-1 Malaga. I have to say, that was one of those games where like everything went according to plan. Okay, fair enough, the goal conceded. Not great defensively, but lovely third goal in that game there, and a lovely first goal as well. So, the win puts us back into 6th. We're not going to catch 5th now, but we're only 1 point clear of Espanyol and Real Betis right below us in the table. So with 3 games to go, only 1 point separated 3 teams who are both going for that 6th and final European spot. This is it now. We knew we could not afford to have any more losses in the final 3 games, otherwise destiny would be out of our own hands. So the following game, welcoming Villarreal. They're going for a Champions League spot. We knew it would be tough. I will take a point. Heading into the game though, once again, like against Girona, I wasn't playing very well. It was on Wednesday night, this game, so you could say maybe fatigue was an issue, maybe complacency. I don't really know, but I just wasn't playing very well in this game. Wasn't having a great one. And again, to be fair, Villarreal this year are a top 4 side, so I was really struggling. Nunez made a couple of great saves, to be fair, to keep it at 0-0. And if not for him between the sticks, we would have been like 2 or 3-0 down with 20 minutes to go. It was all Villarreal. I wouldn't try and dress it up any other way. I always say I present the highlights package very fairly. I was hanging on for a goalless draw and a point with 20 minutes to go. In the end, after Adama Traore wins the ball back, I tried to go on the counter, gave it away. Edmund Tipsoba, the Burkina Faso international, wins it back, rolls it through to Gabriel Martinelli, and the former gunner gives Villarreal the winner. Yep, an individual error from me as Villarreal get the win by a 1-0. But to be fair, I couldn't dress it up any other way. Villarreal deserved the win, just frustrating how it came about. So, final score 1-0. Villarreal with the win. Martinelli with the only goal of the game as they try and wrap up a top 4 place. And that loss at home to Villarreal means we drop back down to 7th. So we're still 1 point clear of Betis who lost. But we're now behind Espanyol on their head-to-head record. And that means destiny is now out of our hands. Espanyol have the better head-to-head record than we do, which means that, as that's the first tiebreaker after points, then after the points, then that does mean that we will have to finish at least a point above them. That means if they win their final 2 games, they guarantee 6th, we can't overtake them. And our final 2 games, away against Eibar, rock bottom and already relegated, at home to Atletico Madrid. I was thinking, well, if we can't beat Eibar, well, Espanyol have guaranteed a European place, and we have not. So we needed to win this game, the penultimate game of the season, our final away day, and 7 minutes in, as Adama Traore turns Rocco inside out. If you read the title, this is the moment you're waiting for. I love this guy. And you know, it's funny, because the 2 games we lost today against Villarreal and Girona, I had Zuniga starting up top, and I like Zuniga. He's been my top assist maker this year, but Traore is so much better as a striker, because when he gets going, forget about it. One of the quickest players in the game. He ain't going to get caught up. He's so agile, he's so strong, and he can finish. Yes, he can. Rounds the goalkeeper, and with the Rabona, pops it into the open goal. Does he not know European football is on the line? A little bit cocky, but we love to see it. Adama Traore notches his 20th goal of the season in style as our top scorer gives the lead by a goal. And to be fair here, Eibar, rock bottom, relegated, nothing to play for. Unsurprisingly, didn't cause us much of a problem. I should have wrapped the game up with 5 minutes to go. Once again, tried to be a little bit cocky, trying to round the goalkeeper. Got it wrong, but in the end, it did not matter. Final score away in the north of Spain, Eibar 0, Malaga 1. They're already relegated. They've already guaranteed to finish rock bottom, but we keep our dreams of playing in Europe alive for next season. The big win there, I said we'd need it with Atletico Madrid on the final day as well. And Espanyol having the better head-to-head record as well. Well, it means that going into the final game of the La Liga season, we may need to win, but we may not, because we've leapfrogged Espanyol and gone into 6th. They are now in 8th. Betis are in 7th, so 2 points separating the 3 spots going to the final day, where we play host to Atletico Madrid, who they themselves might need to get at least a point in order to guarantee a top 4 place, 2 points clear of Sevilla in 5th place. But we know this, destiny is in our own hands. Win on the final day against Atletico Madrid and we will guarantee European football. But if Espanyol win, due to head-to-head record, we'll need to match their result. So we might need to get our revenge against Simeone's sides, guarantee 6th. Otherwise, we'll drop to 7th. But that will end this episode of the RTG Crew, guys. Big thank you if you enjoyed it. If you had done, please drop a like. Most of you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the season finale of RTG Crew going for European football, the one game special, and it will be live as well very soon.